that Britney was all hopped up on ginseng, it was time for her to really bear it all. No, she wasn't totally naked, but her feet were. When she strolled barefoot into a public restroom, there was just one question to ask. What the yuck was she thinking?
This is one of my favorite things. Britney going into a public toilet, not once, but twice with no shoes on.
Britney, look at me. That is nasty.
Woo! Little nasty girl.
This story begins late one July day in 2004 with Britney and hubby-to-be Kevin Federline cruising the San Diego freeway. There was time for a pee stop, but no time for shoes.
Britney was photographed walking out of a gas station bathroom without wearing any shoes.
She probably chalks it up like, I go to my bathroom with bare feet. Why not this one? Britney, it's a gas station.
That's a health issue. Somebody might want to pull her aside and say, hey, have you looked at the floor of a public bathroom lately?
Possibly the biggest breeding ground for bacteria. Bacteria that aren't even known to man yet. Like super bacteria, diseases we haven't even named yet. And she walks in barefoot.
The bacterial girl couldn't tiptoe away from this one. The photos were in magazines everywhere.
We ran this in Us Weekly, and all my friends that weekend were like, how could she? Ew, gross.
It got so bad, Mama Spears had to defend her baby on BritneySpears.com.
Britney's mom tried to justify this whole situation, and so she explained that because of Britney's knee surgery, her doctor had advised that she needed to wear comfortable shoes, like tennis shoes or like Uggs.
I got some Uggs. They're some really cool boots. They're called Uggs.
Britney's mom was like, oh, it was too hot to wear Uggs, so she simply had to go barefoot. Now to that, I say they're called flip-flops. Easy to wear in the summer. No fur, no sheepskin, no nothing, no diseases.
Britney stepped things up in September of 2004 when she married Kevin 1 month earlier than they planned. This time, she even shocked her family. But it wasn't just the early wedding date that had people talking. Britney and Kevin had scheduled an elaborate white wedding for October 16th, 2004.
How are we get married?
But when details were leaked to the press, the cozy couple secretly moved up the date.
The Federlines and the Spears camp didn't know they were actually attending Kevin and Britney's wedding. They thought it was an engagement party.
The family arrives at the house, and next thing you know, there's an actual wedding. Nobody knew this, not even her mom, Lynn Spears, knew this.
After an intimate ceremony with only 27 guests was held in a backyard tent, it was time for the reception. A real down-home celebration with all the fixins.
The menu included some of Britney's favorite foods, like southern fried chicken and mashed potatoes. Very, very picnic style.
People talk about the special delicacies that they had, like chicken fingers with 3 different sauces, barbecue, sweet and sour, or honey mustard.
It was rumored that they had a cash bar at the wedding. That's pretty classy.
They had high-class entertainment. There was a boombox pumping out Journey's greatest hits. So, you know, when you think romance, you think Journey.
Oh, it's enough to make you cry.
It's just a fairy tale type of wedding that Britney ought to have.
Later, the wedding party headed out to the clubs, but not before slipping into something a little more comfortable, at least for them.
Right after the wedding, these people take off their tux, take off their dress. The whole bridal party changes into tracksuits.
The bridesmaids had on pink tracksuits that said the maids on the back, and the groomsmen all had on white tracksuits that said pimps on the back.
P-I-M-P.
It's rumored that Britney's mom thought that the tracksuits that the groomsmen and bridesmaids wore were tacky.
I think she was upset because she had to wear a sweatshirt that said Hot Mama, and Kevin's dad wore something that said Pimp Daddy. And Pimp Daddy's way cooler than Hot Mama.
Although the marriage wasn't legal until over 2 months later due to delayed paperwork, it was a magical night.
She kind of had a ghetto fabulous wedding. It was fabulous because of its ghettoosity. She was like, I'm worth $32 million. I could have the most expensive bling-bling wedding in the world. I'm not about material goods. I'm not about wealth.
Britney had a low-scale, no-frills wedding because this is about love.
When Britney became Mrs. Kevin Federline, she was showered with wedding gifts, fine china, fresh linens, super-sized bags of Cheetos. Oh, and Kevin's 2 kids. Meet Britney Spears in her most shocking role yet. stepmama.
Britney has happily stepped into her role as stepmother to Kevin's kids.
Britney's been seen around town with Kevin's daughter, Corey, and they've been laughing and holding hands and shopping. I think this is a real test for Britney to see what parenthood is really like.
When Kevin's baby was born, Britney, as a millionaire, should buy him like a gold-plated pacifier, you know, and not just a bottle, but, you know, liquid gold.
I feel bad for Shar Jackson in this situation because you have your kids go into a rich stepmom. How are you going to control your kids now? Clean your room. You ain't my stepmama.
Britney may love playing with Kevin's kids, but she has made it very clear that she wants some of her own.
She's announced to the world that she just can't wait to be a mother of her own. She said that she's going to take this upcoming year to tie up some loose ends, do the rest of her midriff-bearing, bare abs, snake-wriggling dances, and then she wants to be a mommy. Her biological clock is ticking, apparently, and time's running out.
She's almost 24. Oh,
Time for her to settle down and have a family.
Britney's going to be an amazing mom because she can trade school uniforms with her kids. Or, you know, she's going to have the pimped out van and go to all the soccer games.
Soccer mom!
She'd be like the mom at the PTA meetings that's like, what do you mean there's no smoking on the playground? Like, she would be like the cool mom.
Well, they say some of the best mothers are people you wouldn't expect that would be great mothers. Damn it, she's Britney and she can do it.
Soccer mom!